for everyone. 517, let's get a check on the forecast.
Luckily, brief fog is not a big issue here, but we are keeping an eye on some patchy areas. Around the riverfront, there is some fog. There's also a little fog being reported around Slidell, but not many of our roadways are looking too bad. You can see there on camera. So we're doing good here on our Tuesday. We are expected to have another warm one in the mid-80s. Rain chances today are very low. I've got them at around 10%. And other than that, should be a spring-like day. Tomorrow, though, our attention turns to thunderstorms. Now, if you have plans Wednesday afternoon, I think there could be an isolated storm during the day, but the majority of the storms will move in Wednesday night. And for many of you, you may already be in bed when these storms push on through. Then they clear out, and by Thursday, we're cooler and drier. So we go from the 80s tomorrow to the 60s on Thursday. Today's severe weather threat, it is heightened across the plains in the Midwest. Chicago's actually under an enhanced risk for storms, maybe a tornado. Dallas and West Texas under an enhanced risk for storms as well. Now, by tomorrow, that severe weather shifts to the east, and it includes us. I think for us, though, it'll primarily be Wednesday evening, starting Wednesday evening and going into Wednesday night. It's certainly not that high. I think many of the storms that move in tomorrow night are going to behave, but there's always one or two rogue storms that tries to spin. So an isolated tornado is certainly on the table. Level 1 for most, level 2 in the yellow here. This is where there's just a better chance of seeing maybe one of those spin up tornadoes. But either way, we're all under some type of risk for storms Wednesday night, and we need to have the weather alerts on our phone. Let me show you on Precision Cast to give you an estimated timing. I always like to say give this 1 or 2 hours leeway. It's never perfect, but once we get into Wednesday afternoon, maybe an isolated shower popping up. Notice there could be 1 or 2 showers Wednesday afternoon and evening, but the bulk of the storms are Lafayette, Alexandria. These will be moving our direction. They move in Wednesday night, and so let's say from 10 to midnight, the storms are rolling in. Could be raining heavy on you, maybe an isolated tornado along the leading edge, and then that's it. It's over. Cold front moves in, and we'll be drying out on Thursday. I don't think the flooding risk is very high this time around. Last time it was a slower moving round of storms. Talking about this weekend up around Baton Rouge, but this time we'll say anywhere from 1/2 inch to 2 inches of rain is possible. We are still in a drought though for some areas. So that's our first cold front. Little cooler, brief cool down. But look at this. While we warm up to 83 on Sunday, here comes an even stronger cold front. Next Monday, highs are only in the 50s, and I think there is a frost potential. I don't think it's very likely. I don't think we're going to see a freeze with what I'm seeing, but north of the lake, north of I-12, you may dip into the upper 30s next Tuesday morning, so that would be a patchy frost to watch out for. So it's not looking like a big freeze here. I wouldn't be stressing about it on the South Shore for sure, but on the North Shore, there may be a little patchy frost early next week. So a 7-day forecast with one weather impact alert. That'll be for tomorrow evening and tomorrow night as thunderstorms roll in. We'll be watching out for an isolated tornado and gusty winds. Then by Thursday, we're cooler and breezy, but that's brief. Friday morning's going to be chilly, but Friday afternoon's perfect, 74. This weekend looks really nice as well with that big warm up, and then there they come crashing down on Monday with highs struggling to get out of the upper 50s. Maybe a little rain Monday morning with that cold front. Not a big deal. Marine forecast looking good today. Tomorrow night storms roll in. Thursday, I think we'll need small craft advisories as it will be quite choppy and windy on Thursday. Your high tides for today are going to be this afternoon and evening, and your low tides are happening this morning.